Hello, everybody. Today I decided to do my first 2020 Senate election prediction. Um, as the election draws nearer, I decided I gotta do a Senate prediction to see who's gonna have power in the Senate. Um, and we'll see who that is. So let's get right into it. I think a lot of these states are being contested by Democrats. Um, and they're getting a lot of fundraising, but they're just not gonna be close at all. States like Kansas, Montana, South Carolina, Democrats actually think they can flip it. And Alaska and Texas, not I don't think they're gonna be able to flip any of those states. Uh, the candidates in those states, I mean, the Democratic candidate in Montana is all right. He's the former governor of Montana, but I don't think it's going to be very close. At worst, it's going to be a likely margin, I think, for Republicans, unless something miraculous happens. Um, but right now, I'm just going to leave it as safe. Um, and also the safe Democrat states, Illinois, Oregon, a lot of these reliably Democrat states are going to be safe. But I do think New Hampshire um, is going to go safe to the Democrats, not really being contested by the Republicans. Same thing with Virginia and New Mexico. Kind of same situation. They aren't really being contested by any major Republican candidates. Uh, I'll leave the rest of the West alone. Let's do Georgia next. There's a Georgia election and then a Georgia special election. I think at worst a special would lean Republican, but I think it'll be likely. Actually, no, I'll say the special election will lean to the Republicans and the main election will be likely Republican. Um so let's go out west here. Colorado, I think Cory Gardner is the incumbent. He is a Republican, but I don't really see Cory Gardner winning. He did all right when they had a debate. I think it'll lean. It'll probably go. No, I think it'll be likely. I think it'll be likely Democrat. John Hickenlooper is a Democrat nominee, and he's the former governor of Colorado. He's pretty popular. I think he'll do pretty well. Um, but we'll have to see what happens with that election. Right now, I'm saying it's going to go to the Democrats by 5 to 10 points. And Arizona, there's a good Democratic candidate there, Mark Kelly. I think he'll win that by 1 to 2 points. Um, so let's go to North Carolina. This is an interesting case scenario. Tom Tillis, he is the Republican incumbent for the Senate and his opponent has had a scandal, a sexting scandal, and I think that's really going to hurt his opponent because the Democratic opponent is running a campaign on decency, and I think that was an indecent thing that he did, and I think Tom Tillis will hit him hard on that, and I think Tom Tillis will narrowly win by probably 1 point in the Senate. So now Republicans already have it tied, but let's go to Iowa, where I think the Republican incumbent will win in a lean margin, and Republicans will retain the majority. Um, let's go above Iowa to Minnesota. I think that'll lean to the Democrats. There's an all right Republican nominee, but I really don't see it flipping at all. But the other state in the Rust Belt that there is an election in, I do see that flipping to the Republicans in John James. I think you could possibly see Trump lose in Michigan, but the Senate seat could still go Republican, which would be an interesting scenario. I think that'll be a surprise flip. I don't think many people are paying attention to it, but I think they probably should. Um, and let's do Maine last. I think it'll be very contested. It could go to Susan Collins. She was a very popular incumbent, but I think she's kind of lost her popularity, and I think it will tilt to the Democrats. So there is your Senate composition. The Republicans have 52 seats, and the Democrats have 48 seats. I think this is a pretty good prediction. I'm pretty confident that this will be the composition of the Senate at the end of the day, at the end of the election. But there's some very close elections that we could see go either way. So that's really all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the other videos on the screen.